morning. A Victorian workhouse wouldn't be a place that you choose to have dinner, not if you've read Oliver Twist. Anyway, the main dish seemed to be gruel. Glorious gruel, there it is, and you'd never ask for more. Apparently, though, the food wasn't as bad as Dickens described, or at least not everywhere. So much so that a book containing original recipes, the Workhouse Cookbook, there it is, has just been published. And here's the man behind it, historian Higginbotham. Morning to you. Thank you very much.
Lovely to be here.
Really, people want to cook from what they used to have in the workhouses?
I think they would, yes. The book's full of interesting, nutritious and economical recipes because in the workhouse, that was the essence of the food. It was meant to be economical, but still, reasonably healthy and tasty.
How difficult it is to produce these type of foods? I mean, what is this, for example, and what is this?
Right, well, there... In fact, I was up early this morning doing some cooking. Over there, we've got some peas pudding. That's a traditional workhouse dish going back 1600s, really. That's split peas, soaked overnight and boiled up. In fact, a lot of the recipes originally would have been steamed, but these days the microwave does exactly the same job, so they're very, very easy to do. So the peas pudding is a sort of cross between hummus and mushy peas. You can have it as a side dish or even in sandwiches. We've also got some golden pudding, which is...
Golden pudding, that sounds grand.
Scrummy.
Yeah, that looks good. That one looks good.
That's really just flour, suet, golden syrup treacle, and again, microwave, 6 minutes. What more could you want?
It's very good, actually, and that is not particularly expensive ingredients either.
No, I say literally it's just flour, suet, a bit of ginger. I mean, I think those two things between them are about sort of 50-60p.
And my favourite, actually, porridge.
Porridge, well, that's obviously the dish everybody associates with the workhouse. Yeah. But in fact, the workhouse had quite a wide, varied repertoire of recipes. I said that in the book we've actually got a whole complete 1901 original workhouse cookery book with about 50 different recipes. So it was actually quite varied, and particularly there was a big improvement around 1900. Because it was discovered that actually, if you made the food more interesting, people ate more of it.
And they could work harder.
Up until then, they were actually throwing it away because it was so awful. But I say there was a big improvement. And the National Training School of Cookery were commissioned to produce the cookery manual. So it was really, it wasn't just devised by committee. It was a real professional cook sat down and decided, well, what would make an economical, tasty dish.
Okay.
Well, funny you should mention that because we've got a cook on the way. Well, if workhouse food doesn't take your fancy, how about a nice bit of offal? With money tight, sales are right.